Hi teachers, welcome back to my channel. Imagine this, start each day of your classroom, not just with attendance and announcements, because we never forget attendance, right? But really think about the hearts of our students and the heart for us. We want to think about activities that are going to nurture empathy, kindness, and resilience. I am talking about what's called SEL, or social emotional learning. And this can be incorporated right into your daily morning meeting. How, April? I'm already crunched for time. Well, that's what we're going to explore and discuss together today. We want to think about how can we set that positive tone for the day while also meeting the needs of our students. And I have a video packed with information and ideas just for you. So grab your favorite beverage, a notebook and a pen, and let's get started on this journey together. Now, before we talk about the activities, let's make sure we understand what social emotional learning is all about. So SEL is the process through which children and adults acquire and effectively apply the knowledge, attitudes, and skills necessary to understand and manage emotions, set and achieve positive goals, feel and show empathy for others, establish and maintain positive relationships, and make responsible decisions. Well, that's a lot. That's why SEL is such a heavy topic. It's not just everybody's going to have a great day, woohoo, let's go on. That does not work. Okay, we really have to start building this with our class from day one. So all of these competencies of SEL are crucial for students. If we want them to succeed academically, if we want them to have personal growth and overall and emotional well-being. So let's talk about how we can use SEL within our daily morning meeting to really help our students thrive. There's research that shows how integrating SEL has numerous benefits. It really does help with that academic performance. It's going to help improve classroom behavior. It's going to reduce anxiety and stress, and it creates and fosters that positive school climate. By focusing on SEL, we're not only teaching the academic subjects, but also preparing our students for life. Now, there are going to be certain circumstances where things are going to be well beyond our control. And I get that. I've had students like that. We have to think about all of the other students in our classroom as well. What can we do to help them with their SEL skills in addition to the students who maybe have bigger struggles? So when we are talking about social emotional learning, this is crucial during morning meetings. If you haven't seen my other videos about morning meetings, definitely go check out the whole series, as well as my series about classroom management here on my channel. Now, circling back, thinking about our morning meetings, these really set our tone for the day, and it provides a safe space for our students to express themselves, to build relationships with each other, and develop that emotional intelligence. Is it always going to create a perfect classroom environment? No, because that does not exist. But the more we implement this within our classrooms, the better things are going to be. So we're going to talk about how we can use our morning meetings with SEL to make sure every student feels valued and understood. Let's talk about some specific ideas and activities that you can use for SEL during your morning meetings. So I'm going to give you some very specific activities, ideas first, and just kind of go into some different things here. So one is maybe doing some kind of an emotion or feelings check-in. So you could have it be a visual, you could have it be something that the students do privately, but something that you can easily see everybody's emotions while reminding them it's okay that we're all going to feel differently. If you want to maintain some confidentiality, the students could put their heads down and you could do maybe a thumbs up, thumbs to the side, thumbs down. You could do something like a feelings check with colors and doing some specific things related to the zones of regulation. There are all types of different ways you can do a feelings check, but knowing where your students are at really helps understand where are they going to possibly be the rest of the day. How are things going with them? The students who maybe aren't feeling great, then you can meet with them and talk to them to see what's going on and what you can do to help. Another thing you can do to build in some of that SEL is do something like a kindness jar or a gratitude jar or even a student shout out jar. All kinds of jar ideas. So a kindness jar is where students write and share acts of kindness that they have experienced or witnessed in the classroom or even outside the classroom. Or it could be something that they are grateful for. So thinking about gratitude. I one year did a gratitude tree during the month of November, and we came up with things that we were thankful for throughout that month. And then later in the school year, my students gave me a gratitude jar, all things that they were grateful for. It was such a powerful connection. You could even do student shout outs and celebrations. So having the students celebrate and shout out, what are they seeing each other do around the classroom, making sure everybody is getting that recognition that they deserve. Sometimes we just need a minute. Have the students engage in a mindfulness activity. Think about what's something that they can do to center themselves and really prepare for the day ahead. Some days we need our students to be up and energetic and moving, and some days we need more calm, centered behavior. So read your students, be able to be flexible, but practice all different types of things so that the students can really learn what is best for them. You could do yoga, you could do breathing exercises, all kinds of meditation is available for you. Just find different activities to keep it mixed up for your students. Now, if you don't know this, you're about to find out, but I love books. Anything related to a book that I can use in the classroom, I'm going to do it. So anytime you can use books within your morning meetings, go for it. And SEL is a great way to do that. I'm going to give you some specific book recommendations of some of my favorites here in just a minute, but think about how can you use books within your classroom to really keep your day started on the right foot and build those SEL skills for your students. And another simple activity is just a discussion prompt. Ask your students, what can we do today to show kindness towards someone? Or how can we show empathy for somebody else in the world? Thinking about what does it mean to be resilient? Having those meaningful conversations really does help. Students are listening. We don't always think they are, but they are. And no one's listening 100% of the time. How many times have you tuned me out in the past few minutes? It's just human nature. But when we think about how can we build these skills in for our students, how can we help them as much as possible, then having that discussion is a great way to build that SEL. So I want to know, what activity are you going to try out tomorrow? Share what your plans are down in the comments below, or what ideas do you have for an activity? Share that with us as well. The more we can learn together, the more that we grow together. As much as I love books, and I will integrate them as much as possible, there are lots of other resources that you can use for SEL within your morning meeting. So there are lots of online tools and apps that you can use that offer SEL activities and resources tailored specifically to different age groups. You can just easily do a search to find out some different things. A great website to use is Conscious Discipline. It actually goes through the components of a morning meeting and gives lots of resources and ideas for educators for free. You can attend professional development. So think about what workshops or webinars can you attend that focus on these SEL strategies and implementation within the classroom. And think about what are the needs of your students in your classroom and specific to their age group. So thinking about what works for a kindergartner is not going to be the same thing that works for a fifth grader. So how can we tailor it to that? Plus, from school to school is different. Not all groups of students are alike. So what is it that your students need? Think about how you can involve community as well. So maybe there are parents or community members that can help reinforce those SEL skills, not only at school, but at home. Sharing that information with families in the community, talking about how you are practicing things in the classroom to help reinforce at home as well. I want to give you a few more tips on how to successfully implement SEL into your daily routines, especially your morning meetings. So I already talked a little bit about that professional development. Search online, see what you can find to really help deepen your understanding of SEL. Think about how you are going to make it consistent. The more consistent you are in using this in your classroom, the stronger your students will become. Think about how are we going to reinforce these skills over time. Communicate with your parents and families within your classroom about these SEL activities and encourage them to reinforce it at home. Of course, evaluate and adjust. Think about what activities are you doing in your classroom and make adjustments based on your students' needs, maybe even their feedback. What is working well for your students and what is not? How can you make adjustments for them? And then, of course, celebrate success. Recognize your students and celebrate their growth that they're making in their SEL skills. Everybody wants to feel like this, right? You know it when somebody tells you something great about yourself, that's how you feel. So make sure that you recognize your students for what a wonderful job they're doing in these aspects. They're just as important as those academic skills. Before we wrap up, I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas for how you can incorporate SEL into your classroom and your morning meetings. Comment down below and let's share our thoughts and learn together. The more we learn, the more we grow. Integrating social emotional learning into our morning meetings isn't just about starting the day. It's really about how we can nurture the whole child, how we can foster that empathy, kindness, and that resilience that will benefit them for their entire lives. I really hope these strategies have helped you think about how you can prioritize SEL in your classroom, especially during your morning meetings. Together as educators, we really can create that supportive environment where every student can thrive. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you can stay up to date with my latest videos about teaching tips and tricks. You can also check out my website, teachtravelread.com, for more information. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I love this journey for you.